tea. I hope it doesn't have caffeine in it. I'm at the point though, do you remember when you were young? So when I was young, I was in graduate school at Carolina, and I would have to stay up late doing work. And I smoked then. So I would stay up late, I'd keep my door open, and I'd listen to Delilah, love someone tonight. And I would listen to the people calling Delilah and study, drink Mountain Dew, and smoke cigarettes. If there is something better than a half frozen Mountain Dew and a Marlboro Light, please let me know. The problem is when you quit smoking, you don't like smoking. So like, I've quit now for a few years. And what I mean by that is like if I wanted to smoke again, or if I decided I'm going to smoke again, like if somebody said to me, the world is ending next Friday, I might be like, well, I think I'm going to smoke because I really enjoy that. You have to push through the bad taste to enjoy it again, which is a bad sign. Love that cup. Oh, this is my in-laws' coffee mug. So the point of that story was I used to drink Mountain Dew at like 1 in the morning and go to sleep at 2 and had no problem. Yeah, Mountain Dew in the freezer for a little while. Ooh, so good. So we had a field trip today. Amos and I left this morning. We went to Raleigh. He did not go to school. And his service dog, Honor, who is 6, had her annual recertification exam. And most years I've been like, what do I need to know? So today I hadn't really thought about it. So she was like, she has to do all the things, right? Like, what? I'm still hungry. You're still hungry? Yeah. Okay, what do you want? Do you want a cheese stick? No, hot dog. Well, we don't have any hot dogs. We're out. Do you want a peanut butter jelly? No, I don't want a cheese stick. You want more cereal? No, I want Moto, not hot dog. Okay. So anyway, what did I do? Oh, we went up to Raleigh for her annual certification exam, and it's at Crabtree Mall. Now, Crabtree Mall has been around a long time. Yes, and then I put a video up. We were at the park. No, I'm not saying hi to anybody's sister. I've been tricked before, Jack. You're not going to get me again. That doesn't even make sense. That's not even as good a joke as the one of the person that got me before. So, no. You're done. The best story is that when I got tricked, it was my very first YouTube video, and they were like, can you say hi to my sister, Dixie? I was like, oh, Dixie. Dixie, and her last name is R-E-C-T. It's like, hi, Dixie. Oh, you tricked me. Yes, we went to the playground, the Dix Park, and speaking of Dixie, in Raleigh. But anyway, we go to Crabtree Mall. Well, Amos loves the escalators, the elevators, people. It's a lot happening. And he's very independent, and he wants to meet me places. So he's been like that for a while. So last year I lost him not once, but twice at the mall. It was a little closer to Christmas. They wouldn't let us in to see Santa because they said it wasn't time for pets. I said it's a service dog. They said it doesn't matter. And then you're like not supposed to die on the hill of like, you just kind of say, you know what, you're wrong, but thank you for playing. So anyway, and then you let pause for people know. So there was that. So I lost him like twice last year, but this year I did not lose him. Well, I lost him for a minute once. I was talking about
Twinkies.
what?
Ruffin wants Twinkies.
We don't have Twinkies, do we?
No, I don't know.
I was saying, Amos, you like live in Edenton with Amos, and you're used to it. But when you take him to a mall, you better have your game face on.
Really?
Well, yeah, because he doesn't want to. He wants to go places without you.
Man.
So he goes down the steps, and then you're supposed to ride the elevator, and then you get down there, and then he's back upstairs.
Man. I bet that's tiring.
And then you have the dog, and the dog can't go on the escalator because she's a dog.
Really?
Yeah, no, her feet would get stuck.
Oh, I bet she could work it out.
No, she's not. They don't allow them to go on escalators.
Huh.
What if her tail got stuck? She could work it out. She get like sucked up by the escalator. Then we went to the Lego store, and we were in there for a while. He doesn't actually like to buy Legos. He just wants to build many people figures, and then he wants to read every box in the store, which could take a long time. He also wanted to stay in Raleigh for 20,000 sleeps. We got up there. I hadn't said a word about Casey, and he got up there and said, "We are going to Casey's to watch TV and play Legos and stay for 20,000 sleeps."
That's a lot of sleep.
It's a lot. How many is 20,000 sleeps? Like 60 years. Why are there such... They're like basement dwellers in here. All right. So we did that, went to McDonald's, went to the Lambda Chi house where my son Thomas is a fraternity member. He's a sophomore. And Thomas went in to see his room. Amos went to see his room. Does Thomas take Amos out without you? No. Oh, does my husband? Yes, my husband does take him out. Not a ton. Oh, Kathy's a Crazy for Dales member. Last night, if you were a YouTube member, we had a bag sale. So I have a slight bag addiction that I'm coming to terms with. So I sold about 30 bags last night, and I have about 20 more to sell tomorrow. I've sold my first Kate Spade wallet from the flagship Kate Spade store that I bought. I wasn't married. Was I even dating Thomas? No, it's like 19. Kathy said, I was tempted to buy a bag. You have a problem. I know. So we have another bag sale tomorrow, if you remember. But anyway, we went to the Lambda Chi house, and Thomas saw his room, looked around. Amos saw his room, and then we went to Dix Park. So Dorothea Dix was I don't know if mental hospital is like, it seems like that would be an inappropriate term to use. People with psychological issues. And they've turned it into this big park, and the children's area is incredible. It's like kind of built down a hill, so they have that poured material that's like bouncy turf, down hills. They have one slide that literally goes into the ground through a tunnel and then pops out at the bottom of the hill. It's really neat. And then it has a huge sand and water area, which I'm such a fan of water and different material for children. Like when my kids were little, I would go to the dollar store and I'd buy flour or oatmeal or whatever in a big bag for $1 and give them a hose with a little trickle and like buckets and measuring spoons and stuff. That was what my kids did all the time. It was a mental hospital. I know the word mental hospital just like conjures up. For me, it makes me think of like people with autism like being locked up. which is probably not accurate, but when I think about like who got stuck in the mental hospital, you know, I was in the hospital bidding secretly as my husband was there and would not have thought it was fun. I tried to get that computer bag, but was not successful. You're going to try tomorrow. Oh, I love that computer bag. I went and got a bunch of boxes today. But anyway, they have water, sand, and at the bottom is like, could be a mud pit, depending on if the kids turn the water a certain way. And there are children out there in bathing suits. It wasn't like necessarily warm. Amos really liked the towers, but the bridges were sort of closed because somebody had a nosebleed. So the people were cleaning up blood for a long time. We're not great at waiting. Then we went to, so Amos was a part of all these things. We went to the mall. We went through the McDonald's drive-thru. He got out at the fraternity. Now, even a year ago, we maybe could have gone one more place and we would have already been pushing it. And he was being pushed. He really wanted to stay in Raleigh. Would you go in the summertime? Agnes, I would go whenever. I think it was, Amos didn't even care about going to the water area. So you wouldn't even know it was there if you just stayed in the play park. It was great. And the whole park is like huge with hills. I mean, we stayed in the play area, but you could, there's a little area that's painted for kids' bikes and scooters. I mean, it was, I think you could buy food there. I mean, it was pretty damn awesome. Come here, Honor, you don't need to go out. So we went to the mall, the fraternity house. Then we went to Fresh Market, and I thought, oh, he'll sit in the car. Let me let the dog out. Hold on. It's hard for me to believe that you go out. Oh, yes. Ah! Like trying to clean up. We're supposed to get a ton of rain tomorrow or Sunday. And I like don't want to clean up this house, so I'm trying to clean it up now. And he went in Fresh Market with no shoes. And I was like, oh, please, please nobody say anything to me that he doesn't have on shoes. Because it's called Dick's Park, D-I-X. Carrie's Downtown Park is awesome too. Oh, I haven't seen that. But they didn't say anything. And I didn't take Honor in because I just couldn't get into all of it. I knew Honor was exhausted. And so we went to Fresh Market. Love Fresh Market. And little Thomas was like, oh, there's cookies. I was like, we're not getting cookies in Fresh Market. We'll get those at Sam's Club. Then we went and got ice cream at Jenny's for him. Then we went to Village Deli. Thomas went in and got me a sandwich. And Amos and I stayed in the car. And then we went to Sam's Club. And we all got out and went in Sam's Club. And that, with a 19-year-old. So I came home with all sorts of 19-year-old things, like a lot of yogurt and granola. But we bought, oh, I need to turn the oven on. We bought twice baked potatoes, which are super good. And then I usually get, what's going on with my hair? I got bananas. Oh, and Halloween candy. Hold on, let me see. Ding dong. I enjoyed your conversation with the kids asking about Honor, like when you told the kiddo Amos is autistic. Oh yeah, because they were asking about the service dog. And one neat thing when you have a service dog, I'm glad you brought that up. It is, we want to use her, what is happening? Is it dry? She alerts other children. In a way, it helps us have a conversation, right, about Amos. And so they said, how old is he? And I said, well, he's almost 12. He's autistic. What's autistic? And, so this is on the video. I'm answering these questions. And I said, well, he does talk, but his brain is a little bit different. You could go talk to him. They were enjoying Honor. And I think Honor does help break the ice a little bit. And I think it helps parents say, oh, yeah, they have a service dog. That dog is working. It just, it draws children in a good way instead of like, boy, he's weird or strange or he didn't talk to me, you know, those types of things. But it was really fun. And it was fun having my 19-year-old there. He was a very good sport. He says whenever I drive him, it takes us 5 hours to get home because I stop. But you know, we live in such a small place that if we're in Raleigh, like I want to go to Fresh Market, or I want to stop at Sam's Club, or I want to go to Village Deli and get chicken salad. Because I'm not in, like, for Amos to have a chance to go in all these different types of places. Like here, and I love where we live, but it's a different existence for him because there are not a lot of activities for kids with disabilities that there might be in a bigger place. And so it's important to get him out to practice doing those things. And maybe that's why he loves to travel. He really does enjoy that. And it's good for him, you know, to get out and be around a lot of people too. Like a mall, you know, you should know what to do in a mall. He got something in every stop. He didn't get anything at Fresh Market. He wanted chocolate donuts, but then we went to Ann's Donuts in Rocky Mount. It's real good. So I'm not having dinner. I had 2 donuts after I had a French dip and French fries with a ranch. But it is nice having her. That is challenging here for sure. Yeah, it's just a different life when you live somewhere small. Like some of the best things about a small town, he doesn't get to enjoy as much as my other children did, which is like at his age, 12, like independence, walking to a friend's house, maybe walking downtown to get a drink or an ice cream. You know, he doesn't do those things yet. So he misses out on that stuff. And like the playground is kind of for babies, where the playground in Raleigh today is like an awesome playground and not weird that you're 11 running around on it. So we need to do more things like that. And I'm trying to be more committed to doing things like that with him. Even if it means I don't write, I don't put a post up, I'm just trying to keep my priorities in line and what really matters to me, which is my children and my family. I also have one son applying to college, and he has some applications due on Wednesday. And then my 19-year-old today told me, we're driving in the car, and we were talking about girls or something. Oh, he was telling me about the reason that trophy wives exist. And he was like, I mean, there's a reason they're called trophy wives. They look really good, but they don't have any aspirations. And people like having a trophy wife. And I said, well, let me tell you something. You think you're going to get yourself a trophy wife, and you see how quick you get divorced. Because when you're getting married and the rubber meets the road, and you think about all the things Daddy and I have had to do for each other that we did not know we were going to have to do, you better tough it out. He goes, I don't know what your problem is. I think you're going through some sort of hormone change. I started dying laughing. I mean, I was like, yes, I am perimenopausal, but what? He goes, I mean, you're always bringing up who I should marry. I said, you're the one that brought it up. I didn't bring it up, you nut. My children think I am so dumb. All of them. They all think that. Hormonal. Nothing will make a woman madder than someone telling them they're hormonal. That's what I should have said to him. I mean, what in the ever-loving frick? I don't have these children. I said to, where was I? I was with a friend. Oh, I had a friend with a dinner with a good friend last night in Edenton. And she has child in college and then one, you know, a couple younger ones. And I was like, do you ever think about like you have these children and you're paying for them to live, but they detest you? I almost feel like I should be like on the street and be like, I need four volunteers, and have like the person like drinking out of a like some malt liquor on the corner, being like, I'm in. Then you got, you know, like, girl, you mean, I'm just thinking of these people that like volunteer. That's what having children is like. You just go out on the street corner and you close your eyes and I pinned four tails on the donkey, and that's what I got. And then you have to pay for them. And then it's like, I would like you to come into my fold. I'm going to bathe you, feed you, clothe you. I will pay for your phones. If you need a new computer, do you need car insurance? How about college? Would you like rental money? Where would you like to go this weekend? How is your car? Should I get it inspected? I mean, parenting is like the biggest gift you will ever give anybody. And you have no idea. I had no idea people were doing all those nice things for me. So my goal is to make sure my children are aware of all the things we do for them. And to not like take it for granted. Like Thomas said today, well, what did he say? You don't have to work. What you talking about, Willis? I said, I don't have to work. Well, I mean, you like to work. I was like, it's true. I do really love what I do. I cannot imagine doing any other job that I would like as much and get paid than talking and writing on Facebook. I mean, I really do enjoy it. I did love teaching at NC State, but I can't do that where I live. So that's out. I mean, I adore what I do. But I also have to work. Or what he doesn't know, though we tell him, is like, if I weren't working, like, go to London for the summer, right? Like all these opportunities we want them to have. Maybe you stop doing so much and see how they like it. Well, I just kindly remind them that, that's how it is. Because you want them to appreciate it. And they are really good at, not all of them, one of them, the oldest one is. I mean, he is a great student. He's doing everything he's supposed to be doing. And so I am glad we can afford to pay for things for him. I want to do those things. Now, I have another one that is not as appreciative. So there's that. So I'm like, well, she was like, I need this dress. I was like, nope. We're doing this thing. It's called Newly. It's $100 a month, and you get 5 outfits. Are you ready for night? No, I want one. No. All right. And I said, you have Newly. So you can either have Newly or you can get a dress every month. And she was like, I'll have Newly. I was like, okay, good. It's genius, honestly. And then if you really like something, you can buy it. But that way, if you want like a dress for homecoming or something, now granted, most of the stuff she buys is like from Shein or something, so it's not expensive, but it's total crap. So at least maybe this looks a little nicer. They will realize all you did for them. Alicia, I think the one thing my parents did wrong, or my mother did wrong, is that she didn't make me appreciate it. I just assumed everything in the drawer was clean. Like I was shocked when I got married. I remember on Saturdays I would clean because I worked all week. And I remember just vacuuming and cleaning toilets and Every Saturday, I would start at the top of the house and I would move all the way down. Windex, dust, vacuum. And my husband would lift up his feet, and I was like, I'm going to hit him in the head with this Hoover. But it was because I hadn't appreciated, like, boy, she did all this stuff for me. And I wish I had known what she was doing. You're giving her $100 a month for clothes. So, Deanne, so yes, I am. I am. She had a good friend that did it. And I think with the price of clothes, yeah, I think it's good. That would be like if she bought 5 things for $20 a month. So if she's going to buy 5 things a month for $20, they're going to be terrible. So yeah, that it seems like the right thing to do. So she has a dress code at her school. She cannot wear jeans. She has to either wear a dress or nice pants. So at home, if she were at our public high school, she could wear exercise clothes. We wouldn't be doing it here. So that is whatever. Your 20-year-old in college gets $100 spending money. Well, I'm giving more than that. I did say submit to me what you need money for. And my kids have not worked during college, but they've worked in the summer. But little Thomas, my oldest in college, he's really not spending. He saves the money I give him. Which honestly, what's the difference? Because then when he wants to go on a trip or go do something, I'm like, you can buy your ticket. So it's probably something I would have done anyway. I saved a lot of money at that age. So when I was 21, I had a $10,000 saved for a down payment for a condo in Raleigh. So, who knows what the hell they're doing with these children? You take what somebody did with you and you sort of analyze, well, this was good and this could have been better. That was really good. That was bad. And then you try it with your kids, And like my husband will say, like, nobody taught me about money. So I was really taught a lot about money and money management. So he doesn't feel confident in that. And money is something that there is a class now in North Carolina. Russell's taking it this year. But like teaching kids how to not have credit card debt or how to live within your means and what it costs to live. My parents never talked to us about what things cost or what they made. And we do talk about that stuff just because we want them to have a concept of if you have a car, it's not just buying the car, it's the insurance and the oil changes and the gas. Like, how much does it cost to have a car? Right? How much does it cost to go on a trip? And so they know, like last year, I really wanted to go on a family ski trip, and I wanted to go on a Christmas trip, and I looked at the numbers, and it wasn't happening. And I said to them, that trip is more than we can afford. Like, you all want to all do something fun this summer, and we want you to do that, but we have to choose. Like, we can either do that or this. And that's nice. We are going to do something for Christmas this year as a family. We're going to not be home for Christmas. We are going to go somewhere with my parents. Thomas's parents died this year, both of them. So we just thought, you know what? We're going to do something different this year. And Thomas's law office always closes the week of Christmas. So it's a really good time for him to go somewhere. And that's another thing we do, which is probably different than other families, is we don't cling too tightly to tradition. Like, I think I was telling my friend Mary Scott the other day, I was like, when I lost my brother, we really did, before Adam, like, we lived very, like, we did this for Christmas, everything was like set in stone. And when we lost him, we just sort of, it was like we got knocked over. And so I really realized, like, you know what? Tradition for me is being with my people. That's what I want to do. I want to be with people that I love and who love me. And that's what we're doing. There. Deep Thoughts by Adrian Smalley. Kathy said we're grilling steaks for Thanksgiving. We're going out to lunch for Thanksgiving with our very good friends from Richmond who are like family. So that's what we're doing. We're going out to lunch. And that's all I've got down. Taking you know who in there out to lunch is autism out in the world is not easy. It will, you have to be careful because it could really wear on you and like put you down. And it's tricky to like, that's the nice thing about living here is that we're not always out and about. Like it's exhausting. Like today, like talking him through every single thing we do. Like, you know, sometimes you just want to go to the freaking grocery store and not worry that somebody's going to like take the cart and run into wine, you know? And so, things like Thanksgiving or trips or, you know, whatever, like they're not terribly relaxing anyway, but they're really not relaxing. But yeah, what has helped me is to learn to have very low expectations instead of like, I used to think like Christmas. And then Amos like wouldn't open one present and I would feel sad. Where now I'm like, well, it's okay. And this year we're not going to do presents because we're going to go somewhere. I'm actually so tickled with that. But we are on the Christmas tour. So we'll get all decorated for Christmas. We'll enjoy Christmas. We'll hang up our stockings. Maybe Santa will come while we're gone. We're just going to really enjoy being together and not stressing. What is happening out there? It sounds like someone's vacuuming the porch. My husband has been cooking dinner now for 2 hours. Carry on, people. Subscribers. Yes, Kathy Maroney sewed me some stockings. I'm so excited. I'm like ready to hang those up now, actually. Tomorrow morning, if you are a YouTube member, if you're watching this video, double click it to like it. If you are a YouTube member or a Facebook subscriber, we have part 2 of the Adrian bag sale. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Sharp-ish. There's no such thing as sharp with me. And we are going to finish up the bag sale. And then that's what we're doing. So carry on, people. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. And if you, we do coffee chats in the morning. My husband jumps in. Sometimes my kids. My email, talesofaneducatedDebutante@gmail.com. The bag lady. That's right. Is Kathy selling the stockings? No way, Jose. I doubt it. I'll let Kathy speak for herself. What time is the bag sale? The bag sale is at 10 a.m. And then I think Sunday night, we're going to have to do the big Tanda video. Just never know. 10 a.m. Eastern. That's right. Yes, we have a college student in town, so maybe he'll give us a little words of wisdom that he has.